Chloe, otherwise known as Princess Aspian, and welcome to my channel.
Just be me.
So there's a new show that's come out recently called Love on the Spectrum, which is basically a reality dating show but with autistic people instead of neurotypical people. When I first heard about this show, I wasn't sure what I thought. I know that there's been a lot of variations of autistic style reality shows. I know there's been autistic job finding shows, autistic dating shows, autistic anything where people can put autism and reality in the same sentence. Neurotypicals seem to lap it up. They love it. They don't like us in real life very much, but when it comes to having us as entertainment, now, I first found out about this show actually about a year ago. I actually got contacted by this show asking if I wanted to go on it, and imagine me on a dating show. Unless Harry Styles is gonna come up here and ask my hand in marriage. Anyway, this show has aired on Netflix recently and I haven't watched any of it yet. But what I wanted to do today is I wanted to watch it with you guys and review it and just see how we go. Already, I've heard mixed reviews from the autistic community. I really don't care what the opinion on neurotypical people are because their opinions are entirely invalid when it comes to autistic people in the media. But from my fellow autistic people, I have heard mixed reviews and I want to have a watch of it, talk to you guys about it, talk to you guys about the things that I like about it, the things that I don't like about it, if there is either of those things, and just kind of go about it together. Also, before we get started, look how cute. I literally have done like a fun little outfit video in like every single video recently, but it's fine because my outfits are always cute. That's called self-love. Anyway, look how cute this shirt is. I got this from a store called ND Renegade and it's literally the cutest thing ever. Look how cute it is, neurodiversity with like little flowers on it, and it is so comfortable and there's no tags on it and it's so soft and I love it. Guys, go check out their stuff. It is so cute. They've got so many neurodiversity related items and their products are just so cute and I love it very much. Thank you guys so much for sending this to me. I literally am never taking this off. Anyway, let's get on to the video. The first thing that I have noticed as soon as I see the thumbnail, they have chosen to use a rainbow infinity symbol, which is really cool. The puzzle piece is what most people would associate autism with, but it is a quite problematic symbol in the autism community. I haven't done a video about that yet, but if you guys want to see a video about it, let me know. So the fact that they have already started by using the infinity rainbow symbol, which a lot more autistic people tend to like, that's good. Obviously they have already taken incentive from autistic people, so that's good. All right, let's go. I'm excited.
An A+ partner looks like me.
Self-confidence king.
The first sparks of romance.
I can't stop smiling.
We also
Bless her, I love her already.
found their match and learn what love is like.
As far as I'm concerned, if anything, it's actually more of a gift.
Preach, man, yes.
Oh, yes, I am.
What's your greatest dream in life?
To become a husband.
Oh.
It's a plaque. I actually made it specifically for my future wife.
When did you make this?
5 years ago.
Men, listen up. This is so
Oh,
sweet.
yes, I do. It's the most important thing that I want to achieve.
Well, I hope we can help you achieve that.
I really hope so too. I seriously do.
I like him. He seems really lovely.
I'm Chloe, I'm 19 and I'm autistic.
Good name.
I once dated a guy who, when I told him that I was autistic, he left me because he didn't want to be associated with someone who's autistic.
Girl, you don't need him. Get rid of that negative energy.
You accept your autism? Yes, I do. It took me a while, but I do, yes. When I
really
tell
like
someone I'm
her.
Autistic, people go, really? No, you're not. You don't look autistic. And I could say, what does an autistic person look like?
In the past, girls were 4 times less likely than boys to be diagnosed. But that number is steadily increasing as we learn more about the presentation of autism in girls.
Okay, first of all, cottagecore queen. She works at a flower shop. Are we kidding? What a cottagecore queen. I love her. Second of all, I like that the narrator is talking about autism statistics, autism facts. It does kind of sound like she's talking like David Attenborough talking about animals, which is a trend that I found with any autism documentary which is clearly being created by neurotypical people, with neurotypical people in mind. But she is dropping statistics out. She is talking about autism rates in girls, which I think is brilliant because autism in girls is definitely not spoken about in media, in television, in anything as much as it should be. So props for that. But I do think that the way that they are talking about autism and that they're bringing light to it and the way that her voice is, I don't know, it's like she's reading facts from a book about some weird thing that she's never heard about before. Anyway, let's keep going.
Oh, this is my baby snake, Cleopatra. She helps me to stay calm, and it means I don't have a lot of sensory overload.
Okay, therapy animals come through.
Can you describe your ideal partner?
Oh, sure. I ideal partner would be a blondie who's a big cuddler. He also needs to be able to be okay with my quirks and my nerdiness. He's just over there. Come along.
Oh, wait, she's already got him.
Hello.
Aw.
I'm Thomas. We've been dating for about 4 years now.
Yeah, he
They're
likes
sweet. I like them. I knew there would be trains in here somewhere. You cannot make a show about autism without having something to do with trains.
To help him in his search for love, Michael is meeting Jodie Rogers, a relationship specialist who works with people on the spectrum. Many
Okay, here's something else that I've noticed about the show. The narrators tend to always be using person first rather than identity first language. For those of you who don't know, person first language is using people on the spectrum, person with autism. Identity first language is autistic person. I am autistic rather than I have autism. Saying I have autism or they are on the spectrum, it makes it out like it's a disease. It makes it out like it's curable. Someone that has cancer wouldn't say I am cancer because that's not who they are. They have something that's attached themselves to them. Someone that is gay says I am gay, not I have gayness. By saying I have autism or they have autism, it makes it out like it's a disease. It makes it out like it's curable. It makes it out like it's something that's attached to us, which we can just take off at the end of the day, which we obviously can't. It's not something that can go away. It's not something that will ever go away. It's not something that is curable or should be curable. And something that I've noticed about this show so far is that all of the autistic people refer to themselves as identity first language, but all of the narrators so far seem to be using person first language, which doesn't really add up, because if you're making a show about autism and about autistic people and the autistic people themselves are using identity first language, surely you should be following in their footsteps to also be using the same thing.
There's a lot of support given to people with autism about social skills.
Once again, this woman has also used person first language as someone who obviously works with autistic people and has put herself onto a show about autism using person first language when your client especially is using identity first language. Doesn't really add up to me, and I'm sure it's not on purpose, but it makes it out like his opinion and his feelings don't matter. It makes it out like that her personal idea and her personal preference is more important than the autistic person themselves. And I see this a lot with the parents of autistic children. I see this a lot in the education department. I see this a lot in media. It's always people that have autistic kids or know autistic kids or feel burdened by autism or work with autistic children that choose to use person first language. I don't know why. Maybe it makes them feel better about themselves. Maybe it makes them feel like the situation is worse than what it actually is. But please, please, please do not use person first language unless the autistic person themselves says, no, please use this. It makes me feel more comfortable. But from experience, from personal experience, from experience with my friends, from experience of knowing a whole lot of autistic people and speaking to a whole lot of autistic people, person first language is not preferred by the autistic community. It's preferred by parents of autistic kids and professionals that work with autistic people. So let's listen to autistic people.
I was told, oh, you know, you'll probably never hear him say, I love you. They said he probably won't have any empathy for others. Biggest bunch of rubbish I ever heard.
Okay, first of all, props to the mum for saying biggest bunch of rubbish I've ever heard. But the fact that people that are professionals on autism and the fact that people that diagnose autism say to parents, your child is not going to be empathetic, is such a load of rubbish. I say this a lot because it is a stereotype that really just grinds my gears. Autistic people feel empathy. Autistic people probably feel empathy way more than neurotypical people do. We just don't know how to showcase it outwardly in the way that you guys might like us to showcase it. Every single autistic person I've met is the most gentle, kind, warm, beautiful person who feels so deeply. It just may be on a different level than what is being shown or that what you guys understand on a neurotypical sense. So to say that autistic people don't feel empathy is absolutely ridiculous and definitely a stereotype that we need to stop. If you're a professional in autism and you are saying to your clients, your child will never feel empathy, please find a different job, you suck at it.
Particularly autism have incredible...
Once again, person first language. This whole conversation isn't sitting right with me. They're speaking about, once again, a 25-year-old man as if he's a child. They're speaking about a 25-year-old man as if he's not here. Speaking about what he was meant to do and what he wasn't meant to do growing up. Speaking about how well the parents have been doing. And they're discussing his mind as if it's faulty. They're discussing his mind as if the fact that he struggles with this or as if the fact that he doesn't work on a neurotypical wavelength is weird and unnatural. They're speaking about him like he's a child in a doctor's office, and that just doesn't sit right with me.
To be confident with himself and that, you know what, even as so-called normal people, we don't have all the answers.
But you two have obviously done a really fantastic job as parents.
They haven't
haven't given me everything.
I'm sure that they have done fantastic jobs as parents. My parents have also done a fantastic job with me, but putting all the credit on the parents for what the autistic person is achieving, especially when he's 25, is quite debilitating and quite infertilizing. It's not the parents that have done it, it's him that's done it. He's a 25-year-old man. He's the one that has made the changes. He's the one that has learned how to read body language and has learned how to read social cues, even though it doesn't come naturally to him. That's on him, not on his parents.
Do you believe in love at first sight?
No, because love at first sight is a symptom of lust. And
Smart
lust is
man.
the opposite of love.
So you want love?
Yes, lust is not a positive thing.
Okay.
Okay, work. Husband material.
It's been almost 2 years since Chloe has been on a date, but that's about to change.
Hello.
She's so sweet. I really like her.
Just twiddle your fingers or something if you're getting a little bit nervy. Then you can always excuse yourself. You need to powder your nose or something.
Okay, but I don't have nose powder.
It's a saying, isn't it?
Oh, okay.
It's a saying, innit?
It's not honest.
I love her. She's really sweet. I really like her. I hope this goes well for her.
He likes playing drums and watching sunsets. He hates thunderstorms and the feeling of thongs between his toes.
Okay, this is something else that I wanted to bring up. Every single time that they talk about a new autistic person that they're introducing to the show and talking about their likes and their dislikes, their interests, the things that they don't like, once again, it seems kind of patronizing. It seems like the things that they like is just their special interest, which is obviously fine. I think other dating shows would probably do the same thing, I guess. But something that I don't like is that when they're talking about their dislikes, it's not just normal dislikes. It's not like, oh, I don't like rock music, or like, I don't like dogs, or like, I don't like whatever it is. The things that they don't like are sensory triggers. The things that they don't like is, I don't like the feeling of thongs in my feet because it's a sensory trigger. I don't like thunderstorms because it's a sensory trigger. The things that they don't like isn't genuine dislikes, it's sensory trigger dislikes, which are very, very different things. And once again, seems kind of patronizing. It makes us out like we're like a dog that you're about to adopt, rather than a genuine person with genuine interests and genuine hobbies and genuine dislikes, not I dislike this because it physically hurts me. Anyway, back to Chloe. She is beautiful.
Hello everyone, name's Michael.
Hi, Michael.
Nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, an autism dating group. Interesting.
Hello.
How are you all tonight?
Very good.
So the idea of an autism dating group definitely isn't a bad thing at all. I think it's a great idea. I think it's a great idea for autistic people to meet other like-minded autistic people and possibly find a relationship. I think that's wicked. Every single show that I've seen about people that are different, that are dating, they always pair them up with other different people, whether that's autism, whether that's a physical difference, whether it's whatever it is, they always pair them up with people that have the same sort of difference, which isn't necessarily how it works. I know many, many, many autistic people that are dating or married to neurotypical people. The same way that you wouldn't pair someone that was blind with someone else that was blind just because they're both blind. Autistic people are very much capable of dating someone that's neurotypical. Harry Styles, if you're watching this, hi.
Hi,
My name's Michael.
Michael. My name's Amanda.
You have a very
Amanda is very sweet. I love her. Her style is immaculate. She's like Wednesday Addams.
hairstyle looks lovely as well.
Thank you.
Yes, Michael, compliment her.
I like to collect toys and dolls and things.
Oh, his face, he's like, dude, same.
Yeah.
Let's get married.
To go to lunch, but no, it was all the big ruse to get her on the bus.
These two have the cutest relationship. Oh, we're gonna see the proposal. I am a sucker for proposal videos.
I saw the bus come along and I just jumped on. And then for some reason, Tom was in free dress. And I had no idea why. I'm supposed to be in uniform. What? 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 Serious?
I'm about to get real emotional.
Really? Really?
Oh, for goodness sake, just put it on
Oh my god, I love them.
and say yes.
I'm tearing up right now. Oh, I love them. How sweet. Oh, he's got the will you marry me reading the book. Aww. That's cute. I love this
A
couple.
relationship is perfect because perfection in a relationship cannot exist in any way.
This man has got his head screwed on so well.
Their relationship with someone, all they need to do is stop and do one thing that everyone should do. Smell the flowers. They don't bloom every day.
I love him. Your neurotypical men need to get an idea from him. He knows what he's talking about.
If she's interested in the conversation, if she gives you short responses with a flat tone, take this as a sign to change the topic. Keep your face relaxed while maintaining eye contact.
Okay, it worked. Communication cards come through.
Yes.
Most guys wouldn't even think about all that sort of stuff.
Agreed.
I wonder why.
I love this man.
How do you feel about 4 years together?
Yeah, it's cool.
No need to sound so excited.
Sorry, I'm just quietly elated.
You're a goose.
These two are so sweet. They have the most beautiful relationship.
Like making out with Medusa.
That's me.
I love them. They're so happy. I really, really like them together.
What a surprise for you.
What?
Oh, and she walks out with her teddy.
Hello, Thomas. Hello, Rick.
I love them.
Congratulations on your fourth
Oh, the
birthday.
old car. What a man.
It's a Chrysler, but we won't hold that against him.
No, you won't.
I love them. They need their own sitcom. They are so good. Also, I love that she just brings her teddy bear around. I'm assuming that's a comfort item for her. I love that. I love that she's 22, I think she said. And she's just got her rainbow teddy that she brings around, and that her and her fiance are like, yeah, this is us. This is normal for us. And I think that's really sick. I feel like autistic people are so much more confident and comfortable in who they are. Autistic people tend to be a lot more confident than neurotypical people because we know who we are. We already know that we're kind of weird. We already know that we're kind of outcast from what neurotypical normality is. And we're like, you know what, this is us and that's fine. I love it. I just love that they are both so openly themselves. I love that she has her little baby snake that she wraps around her glasses and that she has a teddy bear that she brings with her, and I just love their relationship. I think they are beautiful. I think they are such a brilliant showcase of what a good, healthy relationship is.
Cheers.
She's gorgeous. I really love her. I'm about to cry again. I can feel... No way! Oh, what? If a man did that to me, I would marry him on the spot. This isn't anything to do with autism or disabilities or anything. I just want to make a comment about how amazing these guys are together and how open they are, and I love their comedy, and I love how open and just able to be playful what they are with each other. This is the blueprint for a good, healthy relationship. I love these guys.
Chloe's date is with Lotus. Lotus loves...
Oh, she's so sweet.
things.
Okay, here's the likes and dislikes thing again.
She hates people talking all at once and loud machinery.
See, once again, I want to know what Lotus actually dislikes. What doesn't she like? What grinds her gears? What are things that upsets her because of her as a person and her personality, not because of the things that are sensory triggers to her? Once again, puts autistic people in another category. It makes it look like we're like some completely different species. It's like, hey, like, check out this autistic person. Look at these weird things that they don't like. We don't like them because they're physically painful to us. Be a little bit more creative, producers. Come on. On a good note, hell yes, LGBTQ inclusion. That is great. I love that they are including that. This is important. First of all, the fact that they're including autistic women, the fact that they're also including bi and lesbian autistic women.
Through a phase, like I had sensory problems, so I couldn't wear the socks. And I couldn't wear the sweater and all that. And the
Okay,
was like,
same.
Oh, she's just being annoying.
I love these girls. I vibe with both of them. I want to be best friends with both of them.
Because no one knew really what to do. So there's a sunflower farm down the way. Would you like
A
to go?
sunflower farm date. Oh my goodness.
Well, my name's Lotus. So,
Oh, Lotus.
So probably a Lotus, yeah.
I love lavender, you know.
I love lavender.
I know, I love it. I have it everywhere.
Yeah, like
Please, they're like having their like hyperfixations to each other. I love them. Chloe really is a cottagecore queen. I love her. Like a date at a flower farm and she works at a flower shop. Come on.
I can't stop smiling.
I love her. She's so sweet. All right, come on, guys.
Early for his date,
I'm vibing these two too. Let's go.
Please and thank you.
with high hopes for the evening ahead.
Okay, I think she's getting into sensory overload, I think. She's like, this is too much. Yeah. Aw. Which is fair enough. I mean, look, the way that they're filming these shows, you have to see that as it's not just her and him on a date. It's them, it's her with a guy that she's met once. It's all these new sounds and surrounding. It's in a formal setting, which is not fun for a lot of autistic people. They've got camera crews around them, they've got directors around them, they've got producers around them, they have got a million people surrounding them. That would be hard for a neurotypical person on a date. Like, no one wants to be surrounded by a billion people when you're just trying to get to know someone. When you're autistic and you're already struggling with all of this sensory input, and then you include this as well, sensory overload is definitely expected. I just hope they don't alienate her and make it out like it's going to be bad. Sensory overload is already such a hard thing to deal with, and already so stigmatized, so if they try and alienate her or put some like gross narrative on it,
I think it's too formal. I can't do this. It's just bad anxiety.
I feel that, girl. I feel that. They seem really, really sweet together. I think it was just the wrong time at the wrong place, and I hope that if it's something they both want, they keep on seeing each other, because I don't know, I think they're really sweet together. I think they work. I think it was just a lot going on, cameramen, directors, producers, a new environment, a fancy environment. It's a lot to deal with. I will be the first one to admit that I really don't know a single thing about dating, but I know that as an autistic person going on a fancy date, it's not a good place to feel calm and feel settled. I know that if I go on a date that's to the movies or to a fancy dinner, I feel really tight and claustrophobic, and I'm like, I feel like I can't get to know you because I feel like I have to act a certain way and mask a certain way and be a certain way. It's better to have a date that is in our own environment. So like these guys like Comic-Con, so Comic-Con date. I love nature and horses and surfing and concerts. Let's go to the beach. Let's go to a festival together. Let's go to something like that. Future boyfriend, if you're watching this, please take notes. And that is dating advice from Chloe, because clearly, with my knowledge of men, I know everything.
With Michael's heart set on Amanda.
Hello, Amanda.
Comic-Con date! Did I not say a Comic-Con date? I should be a relationship expert.
We also meet.
Anyway, final thoughts. I did think that this was a much better take on an autistic dating show than the other things that I've seen before, or on a neurodiverse dating show than things that I've seen before. Is it perfect? No, not by any means. Do I think that the producers are trying to portray some specific parts of them as more autistic for the camera? Do I think that it's dramatized to make autism seem like it's all doom and gloom? Yes, because that's what reality TV does, especially for people that are different, especially for neurodiversity, and it sucks because we do not need any help to stigmatize autism any further. It has already been done well enough. Thank you, Autism Speaks. Am I going to keep watching this show? Yeah, I want to see how the couples go. I think they're all really cool people, and I'm interested to see their journeys. However, I do think that this show was very, very clearly created by neurotypicals for neurotypicals. It is absolutely dripping in inspiration porn. It is absolutely dripping in people wanting to feel better about themselves because of autistic people. It makes it out like autistic people doing the smallest thing is the most inspirational thing in the world. And I think there are really inspirational autistic people, but they're not inspirational because they're autistic. They're inspirational because of their achievements. I think that telling an autistic person that, oh my god, you're such an inspiration for like going out on a date, that's not inspiration. That's someone who wants to get a girlfriend or a boyfriend. It's not inspiration porn. It's just a person, and putting the sappy music with it and like the low slow monologue in it, it is kind of degrading, and it kind of makes it out like anything that we do is inspirational, which it's not. Something else I found is a lot of the scenes and a lot of the monologues are quite babying and quite childish and quite debilitating. Even when you have a listen to the soundtrack isn't the sort of like lovey-dovey romance or like pop music soundtrack that you would have on The Bachelor or Farmer Wants a Wife or whatever dating show people are watching these days. You know, the music that they use when like they do like reality TV shows about kids and like kindergartens and like primary school kids, it's the exact same soundtrack, and using that soundtrack for autistic people just doesn't line up with me. You would never ever see any neurotypical dating show edited the same way that this has been edited. And I think that goes to showcase that this isn't a dating show. This isn't a show that people watch because they enjoy relationships and they enjoy couples and they enjoy love and romance and all that sort of good stuff. It's a show that people watch because they think autistic people are quirky and interesting and odd. And I think that's where the issue is. Here's a concept for you. Let's get an autistic or a neurodiverse dating show directed, produced, and made by autistics for autistics. There we go. Let's go. Let's talk. But as it is, I do think that this show is really putting on an autism stereotype. I do think this show was definitely very much created for neurotypical people, and it doesn't do anything to help the cause. It's not doing anything to showcase autistic people in a more normal light. It's not doing anything to show autistic people as anything other than this is what autism is. The fact that they had love coaches come in and talk about nothing but stereotyped autism traits, the fact that all of the likes and dislikes were very, very typical special interests, and things that put me into sensory overload because they are triggers. With all of that being said, I know it does seem like I'm putting the show in a very negative light. I don't think it's a bad show. I think it is great. I think that it's a great show. I think the people that are in it are great, and I do think it is showing a side to autism which isn't being shown, because it is a struggle for autistic people to make relationships sometimes, but I would like to see it with more of an autistic point of view for autistic people. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys are autistic and you watch the show, let me know what your thoughts are. Did you enjoy it? Did you not like it? Why did you like it? Why did you not like it? I want to know your thoughts too. I do think it is really cool that autism and disabilities and neurodiversity is becoming more popular. I think it's awesome that this show has got such a following already, and I think that this can be a blueprint for other shows in the future. I think that trying to expect greatness out of the beginnings of neurodiversity inclusion is unrealistic. It's not going to happen. It could never happen that quickly. That's the way the world is. We have been stigmatized for years. So trying to make any sort of reality TV show, or trying to make any sort of media and expect perfect response and to expect neurotypicals to have it perfectly straight away, that's not the way it works. It's not going to happen that quickly. I do think that this can be the blueprint for better seasons later on, for better TV shows later on. I think it's a great idea. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are staying hydrated and looking after each other and staying kind to yourself and to other people. I hope you guys are wearing your masks when you leave the house so I can see Harry Styles in the next 10 years. If you guys did like this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I don't mind. Do whatever makes you feel good. Do whatever makes you feel happy. And if you guys want me to react to any other shows like this, please let me know. Anyway, I love you guys very, very much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Just be